All right, guys, we're going to cover what Disney had at Cinemacon yesterday, specifically talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu film. John Favareau takes the stage. Let's talk about it. He comes out, talks about Star Wars, yada, yada, that this is his first big time really directing. He's directed a few episodes, but he's never been able to sit down and direct a full shot of Mandalorian as a film. And some things that he brought up that I heard was really interesting was the fact that how the TV show's filmed on stage, they have less time to correct stuff. They have more of a few weeks or days to kind of get stuff lined up. In this case, they put a bigger budget together. They filmed more on location, traveled. So it's going to be more cinematic. And I hope it takes to the screen that way and it doesn't just feel like another episode of television. So the first 17 minutes is what was shown, and then there was more Favreau discussion. I guess what's going on here is a boatload of action, 30 plus kills in these 17 minutes. Just, typical like gun fu, all the stuff we know, love, and expect from Mandalorian present. But what he's actually doing out there is he's been going around taking out ex-Imperial bosses to prevent a future war and prevent an uprising of an empire and stuff like that, right? So he's taking out these warlords. Then we get that scene that we get in the trailer where he meets back up with Sigourney Weaver and they discuss this next big bad, I believe it's a commander that's going under the supposed code name. It could be the real name, but we'll just call it a code name because I'm not sure if it's the legitimate last name, but Coin. All right, so Commander Coin, we'll just go with that. All right, presenting this to Mando like, hey, this is the big bad guy here. He's going by the name of Coin. We don't know where he's at, what he looks like, but this is where the Hutts come in. So the Hutts have knowledge of the whereabouts of this Commander Coin, but just like any good old story, Hutts ain't just gonna give this shit up. So the Hutts need something from Mando. Mando's gonna travel there, discuss with them, and they're gonna go over and say, listen, we'll give you the info. We'll tell you where this guy's supposed to be at, but we need your help to save one of our own Hutts that have been captured from another crime syndicate. Also, they supposedly cover the Razor Crest and everything about how that gets brought back very early on in this. They go over the Razor Crest right off the bat. And I don't know, people are saying it makes sense why it's back, that maybe a collector, like a rich collector had one or some shit, and Sigourney Weaver's able to acquire it from Mando. So I don't think it's the original. I think it's just another model of that. I just heard little snippets. I don't know the full spoiler breakdown of how he gets it back, but we get that answer within the first act, if even the first 15 minutes of this film. So Mando's going to go on this adventure, for the Hutts, the side quest, if you will. Go to this crime syndicate, capture back and save a Hutt, bring him to the other Hutts and say, hey, I rescued your guy, this, that, the other. Tell me where he's at, and then we'll probably get a third act culminating a showdown with this Commander Coin of some sorts. I don't know if that's enough to sell me on it, because does that not just sound like another good season? I don't even want to say good, right? But just another season of Mando? It does. They talk about a lot of the footage shown here. We see the inside of an AT-AT, and we really get a lot of really sick live action looks and nerd stuff like that. But I'm going to like this as a Star Wars fan. I'm sure, right? I'm going to, especially the AT-AT stuff, an original trilogy fan that I am. It'll be cool to see that. They also talked about some of the footage shown that we learned about an AT-AT. He's able to like drop off, I don't know if it's like a drone or like some form of scout vehicle from the AT-AT. So that's neat. That's just nerd stuff though. Some great action. Is it gonna ever have the weight that it needs, which would be a sense of peril to where Grogu, they're not gonna have Grogu talk that takes everything away from him. They're not gonna have him die or be in any serious danger. And I don't think they would kill off the Mando either. But if they do, it could make this pretty epic. I'm not trying to say I want the guy to die, but like, how else do we put any weight to this? Like, we're all watching this with no sense of peril. It's just, it's a fun action flick, and it has a lot of cool like Star Wars callbacks and Star Wars stuff to it. But is that just where it's going to be at? Because if so, it stays mid and it doesn't do anything different that the TV show did. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more movie news like this and movie reviews going forward. You guys going to go see this? Does this get you any more hyped now that we got a little bit more in the synopsis? People talking about the footage. I don't know, everybody's saying that the 17 minutes looked good and it felt more cinematic, but still, I think we need weight to the story, and I don't know if there is enough there. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.